Okay, I'm going to do a short tutorial in Excel. I'm going to try to post this one on YouTube, so maybe we'll get it up there. I already have Word and Excel running in the background. I'm going to go up to our news forum, or actually the course cafe, and pick up the direct links to the CGI website, CGF, I'm sorry. And here are the comments. And the one I'm going to work through is the absolute and relative cell references. So I'm going to highlight that. And post it into my browser. And it's slowly learning. You're seeing some feedback from the recording software. Now, this is the correct one for this particular assignment. What I have seen happen on occasion is that because this is from a nonprofit organization, you may need to set the settings to allow this particular site. This is not secure information. And depending on what browser you use, that can be different. The easiest one to set is actually the one from Microsoft. When it encounters what they call non-secure information, it will actually ask you. So there's a discussion. There's a practice workbook. Now remember, I've got Excel and Word running in the background. I'm going to download, click on the practice workbook, and behind my back, it is going to open it up into Excel. So I'll go through the first page, and this is what the practice workbook is going to look like. It's going to give you this information, and it's going to give you the information that you need to do the challenge. There's the fill handle. That's the key to the relative and absolute value one. And we actually use this a lot. Now I'm on the bottom of the screen. You'll notice that there are 3 parts to every lesson, usually a video and text. And that just provides 2 different ways of learning the material. I'm going to go straight to 4, which is the challenge. And again, you're given the opportunity to open the practice workbook, and then they want you to create a couple of references. And they give you the instructions for their example, which is the practice workbook. And that's the one you should be using unless you particularly love Excel and want to do this on you're on. One is relative, one is going to be absolute, and then there's a reference between the two workbooks. Let's take a look at what the Excel workbook looks like. I'm going to pause the screen share. And open the Excel. And I have an older computer, so it takes a few minutes to do that. And this is the one I downloaded. I'm going to have to enable editing up here because it does come from the internet, and Microsoft makes that a part of the program. And that stops sharing. Let me start it again. Okay. Now, I'm just going to do the first one here. I've clicked it to highlight it, and I'll make it a little bit bigger if I can, so you can see the little square here. That's the field handle. And if I pull it straight down, it's going to copy this to other values, other things. And you can see it gives me a value era. Let's look at the original value that was right here, B4 times C4. So B4 times C4 times E2. And this one is going to be E3. So what I'm going to need to do is change this E2 to be absolute by putting a $sign in between the two. That's my first effort here. All right. So that one still works. And I'll copy the equation again, and I'll get the correct answer. Would it have worked if I made both values absolute? Let's check and see. And the answer is yes. because of the way the spreadsheet is set up and the values that are in E already in that equation, I didn't need to make the E part absolute. It doesn't hurt to, and in earlier versions of Excel, I'm using 2013, you would have had to. I can copy that on down and let me do that. And you'll notice that when I do that, I get a little autofill options. And let's look at what these are. I can copy the cells. I can copy only the formatting. I can copy without formatting, and I can do what is called a flash fill. I'm going to click that one. And in this case, it will try to tell me, it will try to look at the work I'm doing and conclude it doesn't have enough information. If I'm doing a number of different columns that are always added or always divided or something, then that can be an advantage. All right, now I would go ahead and create the other two parts of this challenge, and I need to put it into a Word document to submit it. I'm going to pause the share. I'm going to get a new share, and I don't see Word running yet. Oh, here it is. This is the APA version. This one is from Microsoft. And again, I'm going to have to enable editing to use it. This version of the 6 template is largely correct. I do not use the references on this. I use actually Zotero. I'm going to make this full screen. And of course, you would change this. You probably don't need an author's note unless you use the tutor, in which case you want to put it there. Well, when I see that it's gone through the APA tutor, I usually assume the APA is correct, and I don't do much with that. Don't check it very closely. This assignment does not require an abstract, so I'm going to remove the abstract, and that will get me down to my title. And you can put whatever you want there. I'm going to remove all of this, and as I'm only asking you to do a short reference page and include the thing now, the homework. You could put a page screen in here with the insert. You could put a snip, and you can actually also include the spreadsheet. And I'm going up to embedded objects here. And this would let me pick, if I wasn't online running so much, the spreadsheet that I just worked on. I can, if I want, also insert a screenshot from my screen. Um, and I'm not sure if this will show up on the video. I'm going to lose some of the capabilities while I'm recording it. I could put a table in if I wanted to as well. And this will show you how to do the screenshot. So there are a number of ways to get the material in here. One of the things you need to do is be sure and save it. And I'm going to save it with a new name of sample. And then close it. And you're ready to go to the next segment of the Excel. Now this one will take you past back to the very top, and you can see all of the ones they have to do with Excel. Okay, thank you very much. I hope that one worked.